This is the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 8, is that I want to show a video clip of Glenn Beck and how he goes into the whole crypto conspiracy of how these elites, these rich, for lack of better words, scumbags, all right, are manipulating the market continually, especially with this whole cryptocurrency stuff. And how they do it is by selling fear, scaring people, while behind the scenes, okay, they're gobbling up what people are selling for the cheap. So I want to go into this because, hey, this is Esau's MO. This is how this world is ran. All right, this whole financial system is ran on lies, deception, okay, fear, and it's really how Esau is able to control the whole system, all right, by manipulating the minds of people, okay, especially those that don't have any type of financial education. So let's play this video, Low Wellness Lessons Edifying.
The question that I had for you the other day was, why are you calling this the Great Crypto Conspiracy?
Okay.
And when you explained it to me,
Yeah.
it's really, people should go to jail, but it's not illegal.
No.
And this is really horrible. And it's why we all feel so freaked out. But they are feasting on our savings. And it's an enormous robbery.
Right. That's right. That's right. Okay. And if anybody knows who Glenn Beck is, okay, Glenn Beck used to have a show on Fox News where he used to go into a lot of history, a lot of conspiracy stuff. I remember one episode, one segment that he did, which he talked about the so-called Native Americans, okay, Gad, and the so-called Seminole Indians, Reuben, and how they were writing in ancient Paleo-Hebrew, and he brought it that history onto the show. And after that, that's when they took his show off, because he was showing how, okay, the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Seminole Indians are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites from the writings that they had here in the New World. Okay, and you can find that video. But so Glenn Beck, this is what he gets into. He gets into conspiracy stuff. He gets into a lot of credible information, and this whole crypto conspiracy goes to show you how it's very deceptive, and it's not going away. This is all by design, all right, so that the super rich, all right, are able to control the market in this space. So let's continue playing it on.
Quite honestly,
It's a huge transfer of wealth that's happening right now. The last time I saw something like this was back during 1994 to 1995. In the early to mid 90s, individuals were making just enormous amounts of money buying companies like Dell, AOL, Microsoft, Netscape, and some of these smaller internet stocks. And the institutions had completely missed that bull market. And so they were scoffing at these so-called lemmings. And so during 1994 to 1995, we had a bit of a bear market. And so, again, institutions were out saying that, oh, anybody buying internet stocks, you're idiotic. And so you had a lot of people selling their AOL, selling their Microsoft, selling their Dell shares. Guess who was buying? It was the institutions. If you look at a chart of institutional allocation to venture capital internet deals, it doubled between 1994 to 1995, which was exactly when institutions were saying, oh, this is just a market for idiots. Nobody should be buying this stuff. So they literally stole all this wealth that should have been in the hands of individuals that owned Dell, Microsoft, and AOL. And then from 1995 to 2000, of course, we saw $5 trillion come into the market, and the biggest bull market we've ever seen. So this blueprint of creating fear in order to get cheap prices is nothing new. So
You're right, it's nothing new. Okay, let me get another scripture. Psalm 37:16. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Right, because when you understand, okay, how these rich wicked people got their wealth, okay, you could clearly see that they're unrighteous, they're ungodly. All right, so now he said there's nothing new. I'm going to bring back some, okay, history. The Rothschild family. Okay, now when you go into the Rothschild family, they are the oldest, okay, banking dynasty family in the world. One of the oldest. Okay, and look how they got their wealth. All right, this is from an article, Academia Diplomatica Europoia, I guess it's from Europe. It says banksters and warmongers. War is profitable. The Rothschild family have funded the losers and the winners of all wars since the Napoleonic Wars of 1803 to 1815. They fund both sides so that whichever side wins, they profit. In 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte is campaigning against Wellington. Jacob Rothschild in Paris funds Napoleon, while Nathan Rothschild in London funds Wellington. Right, this is when the five brothers start establishing their banking institutions throughout Europe. Okay, and so they're basically, of calling each other, saying, "Hey, we're gonna fund both sides of war, and when the time comes, all right, you stop funding one side stop funding one country, okay, so that country can lose." So check this out. It says, soon the family decides that it's more profitable if Britain wins the war, as the British royal family is indebted to the Rothschild family. Thus, Jacob limits the funds to Napoleon's army. Right. That's why the Queen of England, okay, and her descendants, they're just a face. Okay, the real power is the banking institutions. Okay, I believe there's a picture where you see one of the Rothschild family, all right, literally pointing, all right, his finger at the chest of, was it the Duke of York, Philip, I believe his name is Philip, and whoever they are, brothers can put in the comment board, but that picture is up there to show you who really controls, okay, who really has the say, who really is the one giving out the authority, all right, for the agenda that needs to be put in play, which is what they want, the NWO. So let's continue on. It says, if Britain wins the war, as the British royal family is indebted to the Rothschild family, thus Jacob limits the funds to Napoleon's army. Knowing that Britain is winning the war, Nathan starts selling off his British bombs in lump sums. Other traders concluded that France must be winning and British losing. Right. So it was a fear tactic. It was scared. They were selling British bonds. So it was giving the average Joe Blow who was investing in these bonds like, oh, shoot. Okay, if these rich people are selling the bonds and I only have a little bit, I got to sell mine too. So that it started a massive sell-off. Okay. It started because, people panic when they see, okay, their investments depleting from them. So continuing on, they also dumped their British bonds in the large sums. As a result, the price of the bonds plummets and becomes very low. Once Nathan sees that the other traders have sold all their bonds, he begins buying them back at ridiculously low prices. when the news reaches the ordinary citizens that Britain has won the war, the value of the British bonds rises so high that Nathan makes a huge profit. Right. So they bought all the bonds on the cheap. Then now the average investor hears that, oh no, British did win, and now they're gonna go back and invest in the bonds, and guess what? Who's gonna benefit from it? The Rothschild, because they bought it at the cheap. What they call today, hey, you just pumped my bags. This is what they call it in the crypto space. You're gonna pump my bags, okay? And this is exactly what's going now with this whole crypto space, which I'm gonna show you. All right, just bear with me. Check this out. All right. So it says, ever since the Rothschild family used their money and power to design the economies of other countries in the world, they also create economic crashes to make a profit out of them, just like they do in Britain in 1815. Okay, now let's continue on with this video, because now it's going to talk about the crypto space. All right.
Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
Before you go on.
Yeah.
This one is really important to me because
Right.
the housing crisis, those banks, they bought up all of those houses. They
Right.
were the ones who caused the problem.
Right.
Then they were talking everything down and saying, "I'm just taking the junk off the table."
Yeah.
That's not junk now.
It's not junk. When it's dropped 40 to 60%, it's not junk. So this happened between 2011, 2012.
This is fraud. This is why the system is rigged. All right. And that's why we are constantly pushing out these videos. That's why we want, out of this place. This place is unrighteous. It's ran unrighteously. Okay, it's ran by, 6 psychotic scumbags. All right. And the sad part about it is that majority of people still want to hold on to this shit. Okay, still want to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Okay.
Some group buys 50,000 homes. But during this period of time, the regular individual couldn't get a mortgage, right? It was virtually impossible to get a mortgage during this time, exactly when institutions were buying. And then the dot-com crash in 03, if you can go back and look at old CNBC clips during 03, even as the market was starting to come up, oh, don't buy tech stocks, no, they're evil, don't buy tech stocks, don't buy tech stocks. But institutions, if you looked at the 10Ks, the Qs, and all of the filings, the quarterly filings, they were all loading up on tech.
This is how the rich get richer.
Yes.
They know, they're connected. A lot of times they're coordinating.
Yes.
Without the insider trading. This
Right.
is not illegal to do.
Right. It's not. Okay. Telling lies. All right. And then doing things behind the scenes is completely not. And that's according to their legal system, which is a big joke.
Manipulating the news cycle, if you're smart about it, is they can get away with it. Nobody's ever been arrested for anything like
So
this.
now with crypto,
Yes.
I know personally, people that would have gotten in or stayed in
Right.
if these people weren't saying what they're saying.
Right. And so this is really...
All right. Let me get another scripture, because now we're going to go into the crypto. And this is where the main point is now, because I'm going to show some articles to show you why this whole crypto space, Bitcoin, is not going away. It's all designed, all right, by these people. And there's a scaring, those that don't know what's going on out of the market, so they can buy at the cheap. And then when it's time to implement this whole system with the crypto space, they're going to be able to extract wealth back into their pocket. It's a game. It's a whole game. Let me get the ungodly. Psalm 73:12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Right. These are the Edomites. Okay. Let's start with the elite bankers, the Illuminati, Rothschild, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Oppenheimers. All right. Jamie Dimon. We're going to get to these articles. Jamie Dimon, George Soros, all of them, man. Okay. They're the ungodly.
Extremely egregious. So on September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says it by anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying
His
it.
company is buying it.
It's just, I mean...
Keep in mind, this is 2017, 2018 when this was played. We're in 2021. Okay? Just think about it. Just really think about it. Okay?
unethical.
Right.
Okay, George Soros.
George Soros, in January 24th, price was already down, calls Bitcoin a bubble, says Bitcoin is the worst, the worst investment in the world. Don't buy Bitcoin. Don't buy Bitcoin. Basically throws gasoline on the fire at this point. And then what do we find out? So he says bubble here.
It drops 44%.
Right. And then here in April, 2 months later, guess what we find out?
Yeah.
His $26 billion family office has approval to buy cryptocurrency.
Right. And we only knew about it publicly here. And this is the kind of thing that George Soros is famous for this, talking the sterling down.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He stole the pensions of all the little people.
Yeah, made $1 billion.
Yeah. Okay.
So then
there you go. So there you go. So on one side, they are talking, saying they don't like crypto, they don't like this space, it's a fraud, blah, 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 blah. But behind the scenes, they're buying massive amount of crypto, Bitcoin, whatever, altcoins and all that. Okay, this is how they continue to, all right, defraud the people and gather all the wealth for themselves. Okay, now, let me bring out Psalm 94 and 16. Who will rise up? Well, I'll start at 14. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. Right. We've got this, great heritage, this great inheritance that's coming because we're the children of Israel. And this is something, all right, that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand. All right. We are the children of Israel. All right. We have the kingdom of heaven. This place is ran in unrighteousness from the top down. You don't want to hold on to this place. Okay. You get in, you get out, you do what you got to do to make your, to get by. But you don't want to hold on to this place. This place is corrupt from the top down. It's wicked. All right, we got something better coming. All right, and that's the kingdom of heaven that was given and promised to us. Okay, by our power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. 15. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Right, the elect are going to understand, and they're going to trust in the Lord. 16. Here's the point: who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Right. Okay. It's the Lord is going to put the spirit on his men to expose, all right, these things because, hey, this is the will of the Lord. All right. This is to show why, I'm coming back. All right. I'm coming back to judge, all right, these wicked people. 17. Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. Right. It's of the Lord that he used us as a vessel to bring this out, to preach his word. Okay. So now let's go into certain current events. Let's start with the Rothschild family. Okay. This article came out August 4, 2021. Rothschild founded RIT Capital leads $8.8 million funding round for Aspen Digital. Okay. Aspen Digital, all right, is an investment company that strictly cater to crypto. Okay. Let's get another one. And you can read this article. All right. Google Ventures, is the investment arm of Google. Now check this out. All right. I'm going to make this really fast. I'm making a point here. This is how you know the system is rigged. These people are a bunch of liars. They say one thing on television, but behind the scenes, they're doing the total opposite. All right. We're going to go to Google Ventures and Ripple Labs. Okay. Ripple Labs is a cryptocurrency company, all right, that created the token XRP. And right now, it's in a lawsuit with the SEC. Why is a major Fortune 500 company still invested in Ripple Labs if there is a lawsuit on this particular company because all by design to scare people, the average guy, out of the market, okay, while they're buying everything up on the cheap, okay? Another, Ripple, proof of concept. This is from the Bank of England website, July 2017, okay? Ripple proof of concept. We carry out a proof of concept with Ripple to explore the synchronized movement of two different currencies across two different real-time gross settlement systems linked using Ripple Connect and the Interledger protocol. We want to demonstrate how this kind of synchronization might lower settlement risk and improve the speed and efficiency of cross-border payments. Right. What they did was, you could go into this, they sent a whole bunch of money, millions and millions of dollars from one country to another country. I believe it was from England and some country in Asia using the Ripple network. Okay? This is with the Bank of England. And who owns the Bank of England? The Rothschild family. Okay? Look what's going on this week. House committee announces crypto CEOs will testify at December 8th hearing on digital assets. Right, you got all these major crypto companies from America now going to go in front of Congress, and they're going to talk about the cryptocurrency, the digital assets, the pros and cons, this whole show. It's a big show, okay? Meanwhile, JP Morgan, okay, is behind the scenes buying up all the crypto currencies. It's a big show. It's a scam. It's all about defrauding the little guy, scaring him, all right, what they call in the crypto space FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. All right. And if you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, of course, if you invest in it, you're going to be scared. Oh, man, the stocks are down. What should I do? But if you understand the players, then you understand like, oh, this is a big joke. This is a big scam. Okay. The crypto space is not going anywhere. This is here to stay. This is all part of the NWO, and it's all leading up to the MOTB, the digital R. All right. Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Right. All these Edomites, these bankers, these investors, your media conglomerate, they're all big fucking liars. And you must understand that. Okay. They're not to be trusted. Okay. If you want to understand what they're doing, okay, you got to understand the players and look what's going on behind the scenes. Last one, James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Right, and the Lord sees all this. See, the thing is, you proudful Edomite fucks, the Lord sees all this. All you Illuminati fuck boys, the Lord sees all this. And he's going to judge you. Okay, so hurry up with your little crypto agenda. We understand. All right, me and the brothers understand. This is where you're going. All right, hurry the fuck up and push this digital R, because the Lord is going to smack you. All right in the jawline. All right, and take out your kingdom once and for all. 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. All right, you have heaped treasure together for the last days. Right, these are the last days for you manipulating the markets, for you destroying people's livelihood. These are the last days. Okay. 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud, crieth. Right, this is the Israelites, the nation of Israel. Okay. The Lord still hears their cry. Yes, 2/3 are going to die here in Babylon, America, because that's their lot. But the Lord still hears their cries. And the Lord damn sure hears the cries of the elect, okay, that you're defrauding, okay? And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, meaning the Lord of armies, okay? 5, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter, right? 6, you have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. Right, we're at the bottom. Okay, you have everything, and you're still condemning us, and you want to kill us. You send out jackals like Vocab Malone and all this, and your posses, all right, to cause nothing but confusion and strife. And for what, man? We're at the bottom. We're just teaching the word. This is our riches. This is our treasure, the Bible. Okay, this is what we're just showing our people. Like, hey, man. The fuck this place, man. We got something better coming. And you want to come up against it. But hey, we understand this is the condition of the battle. But yeah, yeah. So this is what's been going on. All right. So this whole crypto thing is one big agenda. Don't be all right soaked into it. Oh, it's crashing and all that shit. All right. It's all a game. This is what they want to do behind the scenes. It's all been pre-planned. Okay. They want this crypto stuff to go because this is part of the NWO system. This is how the digital all is going to be used. All right. And watch for the Ripple Labs company XRP, because just from what I've been researching, they want to make this particular company the center of this new financial system. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rukakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, keep praying. We're almost out of here. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and abad with Baal Shalom.